It's for my jacket. So excited. I met this guy up here, and then I tell him that I don't I told him that I don't have sex, and then just went left. He's like, I do music and entertainment. That's what I do for work. Because he's asking me all these questions, and I'm like, oh yeah, hey, yeah, these are the patches that that I was talking about. But that shit. He's like, I'll just take you to breakfast. I'll probably never see him again. If I do see him, I'm gonna be so surprised. This just further proves the point that I was saying earlier. It's like I'm so fucking hungry for some reason. I don't know if it's because I was so drunk yesterday, but I'm not about to sit and wait for the food. Like, eating 3 times a day is wild. Every time I'm on shit. And plus, that bitch didn't even bring no goddamn weed. What the fuck is his problem? He's like, what? He's like, I don't want to smoke and drink with you, and then my dick get hard and you're feeling uncomfortable. I'm like, really? You know, I smoke and drink all day, every day, which is not good. And God damn. And I rarely get horny, bro. So how in the fuck is smoking and drinking gonna make you horny? I get it, but I don't. And then he's like, it sound good. He's like, let me take you to dinner or breakfast, and then we can talk, and then we can. I'm like, whatever. Then he's like, so I'm like, yeah, I don't have sex, and he's like, yeah, I already know that. So how are you mad that I don't have sex? It's like, what? I'm like, how did you know that I don't have sex? And he's like, oh, I could just, like, you know, I just know. Like, how the fuck do you know? Then he's just retarded. Ever since I, you got no shit, no. Oh, you was gonna cook barbecue? Make it, grill it, whatever. Barbecue, I mean, homemade hamburgers always hit the fucking best. Like, I can't make them hoes, but somebody can. I really can't talk to none of these niggas if I really want to manifest what I'm trying to manifest. Like, I plan to be married by, like, October. Engaged. I really, like, need to keep it together. He's definitely want to have sex, but I'm like, I know you want to have sex. Everyone wants to have sex. But I don't need someone hot, sweaty, and just breathing on me. Like, what the fuck? And he's on a bigger, he's like kind of big boned. He looked like he got a little bit of money, but I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, maybe you should just order it, but I just see sex as like rape. I don't know why. I mean, it just feels that way. Except for only with one person, it doesn't feel that way. Alrighty then, we're back. God damn, what was that? Damn, I was supposed to go get something to drink, but I forgot. It's okay. I'll eventually just go get some water or something. Shit. Okay. And then the bitch had the nerve to tell me. Okay, this is my patch. Yeah, it definitely has to be a vibe. Cutesy. Excuse me. I love it. I think I'm just under like a spell again. I'm always under a fucking spell. And I was channeling like somebody wants nudes. Oh, they got bubble wrap in here. Love it. Oh yeah, people do have STDs. I thought you were talking about the food. I haven't called the weed man in like 2 weeks. I just hope and pray that he answers when I do call. The jacket has not came yet. Oh, I went got shopping today. That's what I did. I'm kind of hungry, bro. I can't eat again though, cause I mean I ate kind of like technically like once, but like, and then I had Chipotle, but I kind of really just ate the meat. Like, kind of hungry as fuck. Trying to hold my composure about it. He didn't tell me how old he was, but he must be an older man. Hold on. Because he's like, yeah. Now, where the hell did my blunt go? This shit will be gone sooner than later. I know y'all think that shit is funny because I say it all the time. Sorry for digging in my nose. But this is actually a real crime. I literally legit be losing that shit. Is this it? No, it's not. Yeah, I just don't know where it's at. What the fuck? Everything is just a mess. But I get like this. I don't know what happened to it. Oh, I'm watching R. Kelly too. Gotta clean up everything. It's not the easiest. And then I'm explaining this shit to him, and he's like, I don't get it. What the fuck don't you get? I want some gumbo. Yeah, that does sound good, but you ain't gonna get no good gumbo on DoorDash. I'm sorry. I hate the way restaurants make gumbo. I ain't never had good gumbo from no like restaurant before. Like, I don't know what it is. It's gotta be decent. I mean, barbecue really impossible to fuck up, but you know, sometimes they fuck up shit that's impossible. And then I can't get fat. I can't get no fatter than I already am. Or then I'm not getting married. If I get fatter, It's not gonna work. Well, I pray you not touch shit off. Honest. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going. I got them shit. I'm definitely going out this weekend. It's like inevitable. Like I'm going out. I already picked the fucking eating place. So I was gonna spend like $150 maximum. Someone's like doing mind control on me right now. I truly don't even care, but like, it's learnable. I mean, if you buy the deck, instructions come in the goddamn thing. Confused. This guy was just saying about how some crazy shit. He had to tell a story. No. I literally like talked to him for 5 minutes, and then after I told him, I'm not having sex, he's like, gotta go.
The first time I saw R. Kelly, I was probably around 12, maybe 13. We would hang out at the McDonald's in Hyde Park.
I was like, well,
14
okay.
years old. We'd always see him come in by himself, but leave with some student.
We'll meet girls. Robert would
He looks like somebody.
I would a lot of times make people know that R. Kelly's here.
You would see the Ford Explorer pull up. There were a bunch of girls in Kenwood jackets, in high school clothes. You would see him and his group of guys come in and kind of hang out. Mr. Kelly wants to meet you. And you look over and he does like a little nod. If you're the girl that smiles back, that's when he starts talking to you. Public announcement, R. Kelly, born into the 90s. He was on the rise. He knew that he had this singing career and he was blowing up, and who wouldn't want to be with a superstar? He liked high school girls. He could influence them more.
He was super confused because he was like, so what do you do with these men? And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, nothing. He was like, so do you like oral sex? But he said it the harsh way. I'm just not gonna say it that way. And I was like,
I would hear things, but I didn't realize what was going on at the time. I know when we were around as children ourselves, as teenagers, it was go out and find me some girls to recruit, in a sense. I mean, and at that time, you didn't think of it as that. At that time, you're thinking, go get me some girls. I mean, we weren't looking for underage women. In our minds, we was just looking for girls. We were so stupid. Just so naive. The first time I witnessed a sexual act in the studio was during the recording of Slow Dance 3. actually had one of my
You
teenage
know,
friends
it's so
in the
funny.
booth with him bent over.
This will probably never happen, but I've always wanted to fuck my boss. But like, I've never had a boss that I
And
had
we
a
were all
crush
right there.
on. I think that's a fantasy that I have.
I will not say with whom,
That would just be the
but
best
none of us were of
thing
age.
to ever
None of
to
us.
ever do, bro.
How does it feel to be a 14-year-old girl in this world?
We went through a lot. We experienced a lot. We saw a
Hey.
lot. It was a period of time when we were just trying to make it. We thought we were gonna be somebody. I often told Robert he should not meet
Ew.
young girls.
I don't think I never had a teacher I
Shit
liked, bro.
about that you should not meet them. That was my language to him consistently.
Everybody just be
He
just
had no business
ugly.
around them.
Then they
were
was
too young for
white,
him.
so like older white men just not
In your life
attractive.
is where
Well,
you gonna live.
yeah, they just I don't know.
Bring that up somebody else's life.
But my boss, like,
So, 1993, we
and then one time and at one point I had this phase with the cops. I think that was the cops that had a phase with me, bitch. You know I'm telepathic.
Most influential, if not the most influential R&B artist of his generation.
It didn't last long, so it didn't last long, okay? Like I didn't have a like I didn't have a specific one. Like I was just like I think it's just something about power, girl. It's a power thing.
The message of like sexuality is okay. Like it's okay to be physical.
In beginning with 12 Play, we get to this point where it's less about having beautiful lyrics.
Yeah, because they're your fucking teacher.
And almost about this kind of shock and awe and this raunch and this raw sexuality.
But I can see that.
Sex me.
I mean, a lot of these songs are great. You know, it's just that when you start to think about the sort of person behind them.
When they get into Aaliyah, he knew he was going to jail.
I remember Rob from
That one just sounded the worst out of everybody.
To stardom just that fast. I can only imagine that
What?
he got caught up and lost himself in the fame and the fortune. And then Rob met Aaliyah through his manager, which Aaliyah was Barry Hankerson's niece.
Now they finna go just do it bad, girl. I would have told their ass in the spiritual, don't bring me up, bitch.
Right now, producing a very talented young lady, Aaliyah. She's real street. She just be chilling. Hey, Aaliyah.
Yeah.
That first verse is funky, right? What I want you
None
to
of us
do-
knew this shit until we seen it.
I want you to
I
try to
didn't.
get into it just a little bit more for me. Just get into it a little more, make it a little more street, all right?
All right.
Sound good, though, baby.
What was Aaliyah like as a person?
Very shy kid, very tomboyish.
You know, I really never had no fucked up situation like that. Except when I was a kid, my babysitter, he showed me his dick,
She was truly a beautiful young
but I didn't think nothing of it.
Aaliyah just needed a look.
He made me touch it and
That's all.
everything.
She just needed a little something to spice it up.
I didn't know if he was doing this shit before that or not. I just remember like, what the fuck?
We taught her street thing. We gave her vibe. She went from wearing fitted clothes to the baggy jeans.
I know.
With the half shirts, with the baseball caps.
I was young too. I was like 3. I swear, I was like 3 or 4.
Of having a stage presence.
And then like, we was at the bank, like literally was at the bank. Like, he waited for my mom to go inside the bank, and then like he instantly pulled out his penis. I'm like, what the fuck? But it seemed like really normal, but that's the only memory that I have of this. A lot of my memory is gone, bitch.
Very close. She and myself had a very close-knit relationship.
I was just like,
Those were the good old
I
days.
did touch it
But those
though.
are the things that also make you cry.
I can't remember if like it was, I don't know.
Aaliyah's first album is made by
It didn't traumatize me though, I must admit.
Nothing but a number. And that the title song is about a a young girl who's trying to get an older guy to go all the way with her. I mean, it's frightening and it's disgusting.
Boy, be brave. Don't be afraid. 'Cause tonight we're gonna go all the way.
Whoever wrote this shit need to go right the hell.
There's this young girl who's obviously not even, barely in puberty, right? But there's a kind of sexuality to her that is part of why it worked. And R. Kelly used
There is no
these
possible
12
way
pages just for a number. He's
that I would have a
playing
man
right away.
babysitting my child,
Age ain't nothing
my
but
daughter,
a thing in the black
but
community. I've heard
maybe my
some
mom
of
really
it
needed,
before.
I don't know.
When a hot young girl walks by and a guy in a barbershop says that.
Age ain't nothing but a
Because I'm
number.
almost
It is
positive that wasn't his first time.
definitely
Because he did it so quick. Like, he just pulled that shit out quick. Like, it was a all the time thing. I don't remember.
Robert brought beauty out of her voice to where
And he really didn't give me no instructions. Like, he didn't give me no instructions with it.
he said he wanted
It was like a normal
to
all the time thing. He probably did this shit all the time.
star in the world, man. Look at her, she's so beautiful.
But I mean, it all makes sense when I do think about it. I started masturbating at a really young age, like really young.
Behind them all the time. And they're just so silly, man.
It was really just like rubbing my vagina against the,
Natalie
you
was
know.
at the studio at CRC. At that point, I didn't see anything unusual, except a producer working with an artist.
It wasn't until I was maybe a teenager myself that it really bothered me just how much older he was than her. At the time, I remember thinking, that's not right. I have no grown man
What?
friends, right? Like,
A
I
quarter.
just can't wrap my brain around, like, having a grown-up, period, as a friend. A babysitter, a friend of the family, but never being left alone in the care of a male, aside from my father.
Our parents trusted. They trusted me. They trusted us.
Oh, save the sob story for a fucking another bitch.
I was beginning to suspect things, but didn't want to. So I asked
Where the hell is my lighter?
man, what's going on, man? You ain't messing with
I think it's in the car. I'm tired of going to the goddamn car. R. Kelly wrote it. You know where he going? Straight to hell.
It was under talks for a long time about having them come up to the show. It was kind of like they don't want you to talk about the age. They don't want you to talk about any of this stuff. But as a journalist, you kind of have to decide, are you going to take this risk while this platform is in front of you and ask the questions that the people want to know?
Okay, let's clear something up, because I've been getting a rundown on the street. Everybody seems to think that y'all are either girlfriend or boyfriend or cousins or friends. let's just get the record straight.
We're just very close as my best friend.
Wait a minute. Did she just say everybody thinks that y'all are? What'd she say?
Asked direct questions
Because
why
they
you guys dated,
sexualizing her
and they
already.
would not give
You kind of have to decide, are you going to take this risk while this platform is in front of you and ask the questions that the people want to know?
Okay, let's clear something up, because I've been getting a rundown on the street. Everybody seems to think that y'all are either girlfriend or boyfriend or cousins or friends.
How you think a 15-year-old and a 30-some-year-old is girlfriend and boyfriend? That don't even make sense. Then the world be acting so shocked by everything. She didn't had one of the interviews. It was her birthday. And he was like, "How old is she turning?" I think she was turning like 14. This shit is on. I'm confused. So
Let's get the record straight.
We're just very close as my best friend.
Cool.
Now, who found her?
In the whole wide world.
I would have said, "Yep, we is we is dating, y'all."
answers. They would both give
Shock the world.
vague answers that left it all up in the air. So they knew this wasn't right.
And for the record, you are how old?
That's a secret.
Women doesn't disclose her
Keep it under wraps.
That's right.
Seeing them dressed alike was
She actually looked kind of
really
nervous.
kind of like dangling candy in front of a baby. Like, this is promotion. This is a media machine. We're going to work this to our benefit, and we're going to toy with you. We're going to play with you, and we're not going to give you any direct answers, and we're going to kind of leave you wondering, well, are they a couple?
With
We
this
were
goddamn Mickey Mouse on.
on the road with Aaliyah. On a tour bus, there really aren't any confined spaces. When you get on the bus, there are bunks. And so these bunks have little curtains you can pull at night if you don't want anybody to see you sleeping. So it just so happened we were all laying in our bunks. It was, and
The woman was probably jealous of her too. Probably wanted her to. She probably had this pure, innocent angel energy around her. And the women probably wanted her to be dirty and nasty and soulless like them. They probably wanted her to get turned out, corrupted. They probably was just waiting on that shit. Yeah, I know. This is real disgusting trafficking. Damn, I gotta go get this damn lighter. Hold on. And I got a piece, so hold on, yeah. I got a lighter right here. Oh, someone's in there. Hold on real quick. I'll be right back. Okay. Boy, be quiet. You're the only one that don't remember the president. So what the fuck you talking about?
everybody's communicating, laughing. We used to play different pranks on each other. And I think it was intended to prank time when the door flew open on the bus. Robert was having sex with Aaliyah.
Why she say it like that? Why she couldn't just say they was having sex with each other? She implying that he raped her shit. Well, this is Sagittarius. What's it called? Statutory? Who I done lost a bitch breath. All this damn smoking. You know, one day this is gonna catch up to me. I don't know when. Yup, this the one. This the one. This the one. This the one. That. After I heard this story with her, I said, oh, hell nah. Look, that's what we all said, shit. They been holding this shit in forever. Don't release no shit when I die about some shit that I went through, bitch. She ain't said that was okay. Like, bitch, don't try to get justice on my behalf. Yeah, I should have got justice when that goddamn plane crashed. What the fuck? They want to get justice. They want to expose her business, really. They exposing her. She probably didn't want nobody to know that shit.
When the door flew open on the bus.
What did you see?
Because shit like this is low-key embarrassing.
Things that an adult should not be doing with a child. Robert was having sex with Aaliyah.
Did you feel protective of Aaliyah at the time? Do you feel protective of Aaliyah now?
I feel protective of Aaliyah right now, which is why I can't get my mouth to say. He destroyed a lot of people. Destroyed a lot of people. A lot of people who loved and adored him. And
Yep. He was on here too.
I can't stress to you enough how people are still suffering behind things that went on 20 years ago.
He should have been in jail.
After that,
And they just wearing all this damn Mickey Mouse. You know, Mickey Mouse is MK Ultra.
a lot of people's emotions were challenged. Our whole family just kind of ripped up.
But let's not pretend like 15-year-olds not having sex. She's just having sex with somebody older than her, which is not right. 15-year-olds should not be having sex. I was having sex at 15. So she's talking about sex. She's surrounded by sex. I'm sure he going down on her and everything. Trust me, he probably got her very prepared for this. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying he probably really prepped her for this. What is this man talking about?
They in trouble. And they in trouble? What do you mean? We gotta get to Chicago. I said, well, I'm gonna call Barry and tell Barry. Oh man, we can't tell Barry. Robert mentioned to me that I think she's pregnant. And that broke my heart right there. I was so disappointed in him because I really believed him when he said that, you know, he wasn't doing it, messing with Aaliyah, because I questioned him. And
she pregnant, so you having sex with an underage girl and not using a condom. That's insane.
he married Aaliyah. I was in the room when they got married.
In 1994, I was working at MTV News as a writer, not on air, and the issue of is he married to Aaliyah was wild and being talked about widely. Finally, my boss told me, call the Cook County Clerk's office and tell them to send you the marriage certificate.
Hip-hop star R. Kelly did indeed marry his protege, the 15-year-old singer Aaliyah Houghton.
MTV News was the first to put out this marriage certificate.
And they said she was 15.
That she was 18 when she was actually 15, and R. Kelly was 27, and they were.
Oh, he was 27.
I went in.
He was a pedophile at a young age, huh?
I had papers forged for them, but Aaliyah was underage. Got the marriage license, and we were in a hotel in Maywood, Illinois. It was just a quick little ceremony, nothing elaborate. She didn't have on a white dress. Robert didn't have on a tux. Just everyday wear. And Robert said, "I do." He said, "I do."
And he laughing about it, y'all. This nigga think like, wow, this is so memorable. Bitch. I'd be worried too here.
Worried and scared.
I'd be like my damn career over because ugly ass, nasty ass man.
I wanted so much to talk to her. But she looked at me. She gave me a look like she wanted me to talk to her. That's why I feel like I left her out.
That's what I need to start doing.
Both of them. I knew that it had changed the course of everything.
Yeah, abortion is like $500. I'm sure it's more now because they're trying to. I don't even know if it's illegal no more.
I was not familiar with how the annulment.
Can't run that game on somebody that's neutered though.
I just know that it did. Our parents had the last say.
And people tend to try to trap me, bitch. I fuck around and tell a nigga that I'm pregnant. He want to keep the shit. What the fuck? $100. What's she gonna do with that?
The Aaliyah situation, a lot of us
I'm a girl.
kind of forgave, but were kind of like, that was weird, but okay, what else you got? Well, they're both performers, and she's old beyond her years, and they just have that special connection. It didn't yet appear like, here's a person who is a predator.
They was excusing this stupid ass shit. I'm gonna get me some water. Everybody finally went in their room. Shit. It was all an excuse here. They really what it is they was freaked out back then. They just nasty, and they just don't think right. Yeah, they freaked out, and really unnormal shit. Basically. Let me lock my door. To be in this bitch slump god. Let me drink my water. Oh, that shit. This shit tastes so good.
Where was the outrage? Where was Essence? Where was Ebony? Where was the local news? Where was anyone? Like, why was this not in that moment?
Ooh.
Stop. Why didn't the culture say something is wrong?
You had this whole history of adult male musicians who hung out with young girls, musicians who mentored young girls, who had a history of musicians who married young girl fans. And I think while it was disturbing to people, it's very easy to rationalize things when you're in the industry and you see this flourishing career, not only of
I get it.
Kelly,
Oh, here's my blunt.
Leah.
Ha ha ha.
If you just
You
look at
always
history of
find it in
American
there.
pop music, particularly rock and roll, there's a whole thing about underage girls. That's a big running theme in so much of the song.
Rock and roll.
Sweet Little 16. There's a body of work of underage girls being sexual targets, being sexually promiscuous, being celebrated.
It's hard to think
He
of
just
a
texted
group or
me.
artist who didn't pay tribute to teenage girls in a way that we might question today. Even the Beatles, you know.
He's like, glad we
When I saw her
talked.
standing there, she was
Bitch,
just 17. If
you could have called me on the phone for that shit.
Jerry Lee Lewis famously married his 13-year-old cousin,
Ew.
Myra, and they flaunted their relationship. That actually brought down his career.
Yeah, this is definitely regular shit for them. It's actually regular shit for everybody. Example, Jesus and Mary. I mean, not Mary and Jesus. Mary and Joseph. What the fuck? Mary was like 15. And Joseph was old as hell. In the Bible.
So when you think of girls who are
I'm
going
not
to
saying that.
shows, attending concerts, becoming completely hysterical, and then meeting their heroes, I mean, this is a situation ripe for men taking advantage of young girls.
Robert feels as if he's invincible. I can't be touched. And in hindsight, in society, we kind of made him feel that. Because he's progressively done this.
I don't even, like, are y'all all different people with the same name? Because y'all are kind of confusing me. I don't know if that's the point.
R. Kelly outrageousness that kind of masked everything that was happening behind the scenes.
And then when you get that type of fame and that type of power, and you come from nothing, and you know nothing, and all you know is that everyone around you is yes and okay, sure, and you have everything at your beck and call, you kind of lose perspective of reality.
Oftentimes, perpetrators will be so brave to say, I'm going to let the world know. I'm going to let everyone see what's going on, and you better not say anything. That speaks to the amount of control an individual might have over another person.
Sorry.
I went to a few parties at Rob's house. And one particular time I was there and went down to the studio. There was a girl standing next to Rob, and she was naked, and he was feeling on her booty.
That sounds like some pop star shit.
You have a big star. That is part of the lifestyle. But when you see that there are girls there that look young, it becomes very questionable to me. And I didn't check IDs and didn't ask for IDs, but you can clearly see that these were babies in my eyes. And that was something that I didn't want to be around.
If you knew they was children or babies, why the fuck didn't you check ID? Because you thought you could get away with it.
A lot of guys that, pretty much, if he say, go get some girls from the mall, yeah, go get some.
Yeah, they ain't say shit.
You look at the people around somebody, and it's very upsetting that he really didn't have to do much to get these young girls.
Her eyes are like glistening. She probably do Coca-Cola, baby.
We just chilling. We're gonna go to the mall. They're gonna try to.
It's probably why she be so alert like that. They all, yeah, I just ain't right. But nah, I'm back on this biatch. He's like, so do you want to just see me? Do you want to see me tonight or tomorrow? Tomorrow? What the fuck?
Martinez
Like,
from Sunny Isles Beach, Florida. I was a typical teenager. I was at Aventura Mall with some girlfriends, and I see someone, a really tall guy, wearing sunglasses. So I said to my friend, "Oh, I think that's R. Kelly." And she's like, "Why would he be at the mall?"
I don't know if it's on
and
or
I
not.
said, "No, that's him." And he heard me, and then he turned around, and I was kind of starstruck. Here's this person in front of me that I think is like the world. And he walked up to me and gave me a hug, and I kind of I was kind of frozen. And then he said he was recording
She was
an
pretty.
album. I said, "Okay, nice to meet you," and he left. But then his bodyguard came back and handed me his phone number and said, "R. Kelly would like you to call him." My best friend was with me, and she said, "Liz, this is your big break. You better call, or I'm going to call for you." For me, singing was always an outlet, and I planned on having a career. So I called, and he said, "Well, I'd like you to come to dinner with us." My girlfriend said, "Let's get your makeup and hair done now. This is it. You're going to make it." We were so naive.
That's just so mean.
His phone number and said R. Kelly would like you to call him. So we met him at the steakhouse. Came up that I was, an aspiring singer. Later on, we went to the recording studio, and my heart was thumping when I walked in. And he starts to play the piano, plays a song by Boyz II Men, and asked me to sing along with it. And I couldn't believe it. I mean, I'm sitting with R. Kelly. I'm 17, and he's right here singing.
And the whole time, he don't even want to do nothing like that.
I don't know what to say. And then he just said that, I sounded really great. I had a great look. He thought I could make it. And he was going to help me. And then he leaned over and kissed me. And I was really taken aback by that. I didn't know how to say no. All of a sudden, his tongue is in my mouth. This is my dream. How do I handle this? I wanted the dream so bad, but I knew it was going to be something else. I knew it was going to be something else.
She should have just said, fuck that shit.
I met R. Kelly by going to his trial, and I didn't want to believe that he was guilty.
She was the most crazy.
Sex with him always felt not natural. Fall in love with the charm, and then slowly he lets the other one creep in. There's a difference between R. Kelly and Robert. R. Kelly's this.
Fuck them.
Laughing, loving